Hello, Vietnam. My name is Branden, and I'm a fellow student and fellow entrepreneur studying business and economics at Seattle University in the United States. I want to take a chance to thank Quan for inviting me out here to speak today and to speak to all of you in Vietnam about my journey and what drove me to become an entrepreneur and to take action. Like many of you, I sought a solution to a problem that I saw in my community and communities abroad, and wanted to create something that was sustainable and innovative to bring the correct way to bring change to our world. And I got inspired to take action. My story is not the typical story of a new invention or a new idea, but something that pieces together existing solutions into a new entrepreneurial, innovative solution to global coffee markets. And I want to share with you my story so you're inspired to take action in your own community, knowing that it takes more than just a great idea, but a great passion and a great resolve to solve the world's problems. Every great entrepreneur's journey does indeed start with a problem and an innovative solution to solve it. My journey started 4 years ago when I traveled to Matagalpa, Nicaragua, to study the impacts of fair trade coffee with farmers and to examine the problems of the international coffee market. There, while doing qualitative and quantitative economics research on the impacts of what we call fair trade coffee certified by Fair Trade USA versus direct trade coffee, where consumers and producers meet directly and do direct exchanges, we notice a few blatant problems that are barriers to farmers gaining true access to the international coffee market. While we're not the first to notice these problems, it was important that we took many of these problems and put them together to seek an innovative new solution how students and coffee farmers can partner together for a new kind of social enterprise. A few of the problems that were obvious was that farmers have no access to a transparent supply chain, where consumers or producers have no transparency or visibility for some of the largest coffee buyers in the world. Similarly, they are underpaid economically for a high-quality product, where they have no visibility on price or the right way to negotiate, with 6 to 7 middlemen between the coffee farmers and the people buying a cup of coffee in a store today on average. Traditionally, they have no access to capital, and this limits their ability to invest in their farms, themselves, or their families, and to grow when they have a high-quality product without knowing the price they can get for it. Because of some of these barriers, farmers are stuck in a cycle of poverty, and we sought to do something differently. We took a small grant from Seattle University of $1,500 and bought our first batch of coffee, shipped it ourselves back to Seattle, roasted it locally and bagged it, selling it on campus and the surrounding area, using the profits to fund community scholarships for the farmers we work with, directly buying at a price they've expressed is usable as a livable wage. Out of this solution, using existing ways to do business, a new social enterprise was born, Motmo Coffee. We sought to do business differently by giving agency back to the farmers we work with and giving them power and voice in the global coffee supply chain, where it was simple: reduce the number of middlemen that reduces profits and complicates the transparency, work directly with farmers and hear their stories and understand their struggles, and make sure that the profits are used for the betterment of the farmers. On average, only 20 to 30% of the profits in the coffee industry stay in the producing country where green coffee is grown, and we sought to flip that around, giving those profits back to the farmers to better themselves, as our school's first student-run and student-created business. Since then, we've expanded to over 17 students working on the project directly, 4 faculty advisors, and working with some of the founders of the industry, such as Starbucks, Peet's Coffee, and Seattle's Best, to now sell thousands of pounds of coffee every year in the Seattle area, and we're growing fast. We created a new business model, a social enterprise that combines together existing ways of doing business to create a new and innovative solution that serves farmers and students. And that's what I want you to take away today. You don't always have to have one great new idea. You just have to have a drive and a passion for what you're doing and a willingness to seek a solution to a problem. My advice to you to be successful is to follow these same basic steps. First, assemble the right team. Without the right group of people, you'll never get very far, and you need a coordinated, powerful team dedicated to what you're doing. They need to have a shared problem and a shared passion for what you're working on, and you can accomplish great things. And thus, you can create change in the world, in your own communities, and seek to change the world around us. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your time.